What's up, guys? Welcome to Devil's Advocate, the live stream. All right, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys had a good week so far. Right. Um, I would like to start out just saying, like, I'm humbly thankful for all the support. Right. The mad love. We're slowly, increasing in subscriber count. Amazing. Right. More and more people watching my lives, right? Interacting. I am humbly thankful for all the support and love, right? Yeah, so thank you. Um, Here's the thing where let's say tonight's live, right? Icks or standards and stuff like that. Here's the thing where I I find it amazing how society, how social media paints out, and I think this has always been the case. Women, it is okay and it's understandable, acceptable, and pushed for women to have standards, for women to call out red flags in men, for women to call out, to have boundaries and preferences, to say icks of men or just red flags or whatever of men. It's always been, I think it's been like that for a long time now. But I think it's funny when men have any standards, boundaries, preferences, icks, red flags that they say of women. It is always criticized. It is always critiqued. Only in my opinion, in recent years, are men striking back and now critiquing women's icks, women's standards, women's preferences. Okay, because men have always accepted it, right? Yes, women don't like this. Women like tall men. Women like men with money. Women like men with charm. Stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Men have to accept that. Only in recent years, where you know what, we are calling out women's hypocrisies, women's delusions, right? Women's double standards that they perpetuate. Men are doing that now, right? More and more men are calling that shit out, right? Seeing that, you know what, you are the red flag, not him, for having a standard, having a boundary, having a preference, you know, no more. So we'll talk about that. We'll, um, go into that. So hope you guys like tonight's episode. Okay, so like always, I like to start out with a Kendra G video. So let's react to this video.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Taylor.
Taylor, where you calling us from?
Texas.
Hey, kid, you gotta talk louder. You have me on a Bluetooth?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, but maybe take the Bluetooth off. Hello?
Okay, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm at work right now. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, yes, I'm in Texas.
What's up, Alvi? Thank you for joining, even if you're in a compromising situation.
Texas. How old are you, Taylor?
29.
29. What do you do for a living?
I'm a front desk agent at a hotel.
Front desk agent at a hotel. You have any kids?
Yes, I have 2 beautiful boys, 1 and 3, by one man.
Why y'all not together?
It's complicated, honestly.
We took off your Bluetooth?
Yes, I did. Can you hear me?
Okay. So you have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old by the same guy, and you're not together?
No.
You don't know why?
It's complicated. We just don't mesh at all. Like, I'm a very affectionate person, and he just did not show any affection at all.
You don't mesh. You don't mesh, and yet you gave him 2 kids. You don't mesh, yet you gave him 2 kids. Here's the amazing thing, right? Where I think we don't talk about. I think a lot of women have sex with these pookies very quickly. Very quickly. Like maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months of knowing the man. Have sex with them. Get pregnant. She got pregnant. Continue to deal with them because she's already pregnant with the man. It's just that irresponsibility. That yeah, probably lies too. I mean, like, this is the thing, right? You're not compatible, yet you have kids. It's absolutely disgusting. And affectionate, I'm pretty sure having sex is pretty affectionate.
Give me 1 second. Let me see. Okay. Sorry about that. I thought it was going to connect again.
Okay.
But yeah, we're just not compatible at all, honestly.
Not compatible at all. Okay. Yeah. So we got Taylor, Texas.
And this is the thing where a lot of men aren't crazy about single moms. It speaks to your character that you will give probably the most special, the most prized thing you can give a man, children, to men that you're not, that you say that you're not compatible with, to men that you think that are deadbeats, to men that you think are abusers, liars, cheaters, all, like, you as women would give the most precious thing you can give to a man to terrible men. And this is why a lot of men side-eye a lot of single mothers. Because it speaks to your character, what type of person you are, to do that kind of shit.
29, front desk at a hotel. What's your zodiac sign?
Aries.
Aries. Mine
Yes.
are 2 kids by the same man. 1 and 3. What kind of man are you looking for?
I'm looking for a man that's honest, a loving man, a man that's able to express himself, that's not afraid to love a woman, show a woman that he cares about her, like go on dates, hug me, kiss me in public, stuff like that. Like, I just want a man that's romantic, because I'm a very emotional woman and I'm a very loving woman. So if you're not honest and you're not, ready to actually love and go through the ups and downs and be there mentally and emotionally, then
What's up, DW? I support that. Have standards.
yeah, I don't want
Okay.
you.
What are your deal breakers?
Someone that's not passionate, a liar, and what else? That's really it. Sorry, Kendra, I'm nervous. I watch your show all the time. Sorry.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
At this point, I honestly don't even care. As long as you're attractive to me, I don't care. You could be white, Asian, black. It doesn't matter.
Okay, they're telling me you've been.
What is this? I've said this before. It is stupid. What is attractive to you? Yes, okay. She said race doesn't matter. Okay, cool. But does height? Does weight? Does, I don't know, facial hair? It's like, be more specific. Women do this, you're wasting your time, right? You're being so vague about shit. This is what I hate about when it comes to these, women saying their preferences, right? Especially with online dating. They're not being specific enough. Okay? They're not. So in turn, they're wasting their time and men's time. Because then you're contacting her, you're DMing her, you're trying, but you know what? She wasn't really attracted to you. So really, why not tell me to begin with, right? So I didn't go even try to holler at her.
Here before, have you?
No, this is my first time.
It's her first time, cousin. She's first time. Okay, you say you're open to all races.
Yes.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
I guess 75K. I don't know, Kendra. Honestly, it's not really about the money to me, because I'm going to work every day and provide for my kids. So the money isn't really a big deal for me. The more, sorry.
Yeah, you should. You should. You should work every day to provide for your own kids. This is the thing where women have to be sure. It's like their vagueness will always come and hurt them. 75K is kind of ridiculous in the sense that that's still an above average man. But I wish women would say, this is the thing what I've always said women should say, is that I just want a man that works. A man that can take care of himself. a man that pays his own bills, don't ask others for money, right? He's not hurting for money. That's perfect, in my opinion. More women should say that, in my opinion. I just want a man that works. A man that pays his own bills, doesn't have, not like zero in his bank account, not struggling for money, is not begging people to help him pay his bills.
The most important thing to me is the love and the respect, honestly.
Okay. And okay, let's do the Kendra.
She brings up so much, right? Loving, being romantic and stuff. Like, it amazes me that what did this man do to get you to give him 2 kids when he was like dry as hell, right? Unloving, unromantic, didn't show you any affection, yet you gave him 2 kids. It's beyond me.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second.
Okay, well, you're in good shape. Okay, good see you, mama.
I'm I can't believe you picked me, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, girl. All right, so we got Taylor, Texas, 29, Aries. Do you want more kids?
Yes, but it has to be a serious commitment before I do that.
Okay, serious commitment before you do that. All right, Taylor. When was your last relationship?
Okay, Kendra, don't get mad, okay? So, me and my kid's father is complicated. We still live together, but we're not together. So that's the big, yeah.
I gotta start calling my ladies out. Let me tell you why. And I say this with love. To my sisters, and I hope you receive this with love. But I get a lot of women who say things that there's piss in the dating pool, right? Mm-hmm. And, we were going to move forward. I already know that some men...
I've said this in, I think, my last live. The whole piss in the dating pool, it's from women. Women are the ones who pissed in the dating pool. Women who are the ones who created the shittiness of how the dating pool is.
Would probably have a challenge with you having 2 young kids, a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, right? Mm-hmm. But we're gonna move forward. Now you're telling us that you live with your baby daddy and you think a quality man is gonna want to date you in this position in your life?
I don't see why not. I mean, we're not together. Like,
a quality man is not choosing a woman.
A good man, quality man, right? Like Kendra was saying, has boundaries, have self-respect. That is disrespectful. For a man that wants to be with a woman, right? It is disrespectful that she is living with the man she gave 2 kids to. She is currently living with the man she gave 2 kids to. The man that she's complaining about, all the shit. Now you, as the man who's better than the rest, this is what you get. Her living with her baby daddy. It's like, and here's the thing, okay? I'm sorry, you can't trust that shit. I think she said her recent baby's 1. So it hasn't been that long ago since they conceived it. Who knows if they did it in between the whole time, right? But this is the thing where you, as a man, that is disrespectful, right? Because that whole situation, it is not a good image. Okay? This is something women gotta realize, that I represent my man. Okay? Now, I'm representing my man is that I have 2 kids already out of wedlock by one man that I'm not compatible with. That already says how you represent your new man. And I'm living with the man I gave kids to.
That has a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old that still lives with her baby daddy. That's not what a quality man is going to choose. Now, a man who might just want to have sex with you, who don't really have no future plans with you, he probably take you out because he don't want nothing. A man who in a relationship already and knows that he can mess with you on the low because you already live with your baby daddy, so it's an equal opportunity situation. But this is not what a man who was trying to set up a life with a woman would choose. And I feel like, as much as I love my ladies, there gotta be some housekeeping, right? And there's nothing wrong with you at least get your own place before you start looking for a new man.
That's what I'm working on, Kendra. I'm working on.
Well, work on that and then work on dating.
Then call you back, because I'm gonna come back on your show.
You're here now. I just want to keep it real with you. Like,
of course.
But it also shows that women feel no shame. They feel no shame. It's like the whole situation you should be shameful of, and then you are pretty much advertising it. You're putting your personal business online, and in a dating sense, you should feel shame about that. And Kendra was right. I've said this before. What do these women think? What type of men they are attracting? I've said this before. Women say, "Oh, like if the men don't like it, then he's not for me." Cool, right? The men that don't like it are the ones that are monogamous minded, men that wants relationships, wants marriage, wants to be a good father, wants to have a faithful woman, wants to be faithful to that woman, wants to be good to that woman, right? The men that care, right, will question that shit, will have boundaries, will have standards. The men that don't care, are the men that just sees you as a pump and dump. This is the thing where women seem to not be able to grasp. Women keep on saying, "Oh, the men that don't like it, that, oh, I have 2 kids, or I'm a baby mom, or I live with my baby daddy, whatever. Well, they're not for me." You know? Okay, yeah, they're not for you. Guess what? What men are for you? The men that don't care about that situation and just want to have sex with you, just wants to use you, just want to get in a relationship with you and then cheat on you. It's like women are gaining so many degrees, yet seems like they're stupid, right?
I respect it. I love you, Kendra. I respect it.
Yeah, I love you back, and it's hard, but that's crazy. And honestly, why can't y'all just work it out? Y'all have a 1-year-old, 3-year-old, y'all live together. Like, what? I mean, in the perfect world, y'all can figure it out because y'all already a family.
I just feel like we grew up differently, so I just feel like he has a lot of trauma that he doesn't want to deal with. So honestly,
this is the thing. All your complaints don't matter. You still gave him kids.
like, I just don't see us working at all.
They want me to continue. What are your we were almost at the end. Well, when's the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
Probably about 3 weeks ago.
With your child's father?
Mm-hmm.
No shame! No shame! 3 weeks ago, she had sex with her baby daddy. The man, she says, not affectionate to her, has issues, right? Mental issues. She was complaining about the man. And 3 weeks ago, she just had sex with him. Mind you, she already had 2 kids with him, right? 3 weeks ago. Recently. I'm glad she's honest. But that honesty shows she has no shame. Shows that, does she think good men will find that attractive? This is the absolute insanity, right? Where women constantly say, there's no good men. Yeah, for you. There's no good men for you. You don't attract good men. This is a problem. Women don't have self-reflection skills. They do not look inside. They do not look at their life, their personality, their actions, whatever. They don't have good self-reflection skills. To think that you qualify for good men is absolute insanity.
You honestly didn't think anything was wrong with this?
No, not really, because I know where my heart is at, and I know, like, it's over. Like, I gave him 3 years, and we're still at the same place that we've
Girl,
been
how
from
is
day
it
one.
over? You slept with him 3 weeks ago when you lived with him. Y'all got 2 kids together, a 1 and a 3-year-old. Child, how is
Ken,
it? What part of that equals over?
Kendra,
What part of
Kendra,
that equals
just
over?
because you're intimate with somebody doesn't mean that you're meant to be or there's compatibility.
She literally complained that this man wasn't intimate with her. She literally complained this man wasn't intimate with her. He wasn't affectionate to her. She wants another man to be intimate with her. What the?
They're like, we live together. Of course, you might have your
Yeah,
slip
but
ups.
you have to realize y'all not just intimate, which is one part. Okay, that is a part. But let's just say, okay, one thing is y'all slept together 3 weeks ago. That's one thing. Another thing is y'all have 2 young kids. You have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. That's a whole nother equation. Then y'all live together. That's equation number 3.
Mm-hmm. Kendra, it's a long story, honestly.
It's a short story. She's pretty much said the whole story.
What are 3 flaws you have to work on?
I would say
Delusion.
communication. Communication. 3 flaws.
No self-reflection skills.
I don't know, Kendra.
She don't know.
What? What? You can't name 3 flaws?
I'm sorry, Kendra. I'm sorry. Look.
Let me help you out. You live with your
Huh?
baby daddy still. You slept with your baby daddy 3 weeks ago. Y'all got a 1 and a 3-year-old together. You ain't giving us. You want me to keep going?
I mean, I'm just looking for love. Like, that's it.
You literally had some loving 3 weeks ago. You literally had some loving 3 weeks. This is the thing, right? Bob Nation, right? Hoification, right? Where women don't think nothing, right? This is the thing, right? How can you expect men to care beyond sex, right? Think you as sexual objects, just want to have sex with you, just want to use you when women like this, okay, are around. Plenty of women like this, plenty, where they think so little about sex. I just want to get my nut off. Okay? Then why would you be surprised that men only use you for sex? Men only view you as sexual objects when this crap of thinking happens. And here's the thing, right? This way of thinking will now contribute to the Pookies and the Ray Rays pretty much acting up, right? Continuing the thing, right? Having a lot of women, having sex with, using a lot of women, because women just, go for those types of men. And now it will poison good men. And think about, this is the where I'm like, I haven't had sex in years or shit like that, right? I haven't been with anyone for years. I want to be faithful. I want to be loving. I want to be in a relationship. But women just care about the sex, right? Women will just be with terrible men, right? Just have sex with men that they don't have feelings for, quote unquote. So, you know what? How many times good men turn into the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the bad men? Plenty of times. Because of women like this. They don't understand that they are poisoning good men. Because good men will see, like, why am I continuing to be, quote unquote, a good guy? Why am I continuing to be a good guy when it doesn't pay off? It doesn't pay off. You don't get the woman. Hell, you won't even get sex like that. Right? You don't get the affection. You don't get the love being the good guy. You get it being the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the bad boys, the players. And this is the thing, right?
Well, that's the problem. Here's the deal. Looking for love. Love is in the mirror, okay? You don't have to find love. We're born with love, right? So you don't have to look far for love. But the way you love yourself is the way somebody else is gonna love you. And I always tell people, you're gonna see. I don't know if I'm saying things that's enlightening to you. It's things that I would think you would know, but the cousins are definitely gonna tell you this. Like, I don't understand how y'all need to get some new girlfriends, because your girlfriend should have told you this. Your girlfriend should have said, at least get your own place. Because how does the guy pick you up? You live with your baby daddy that you slept with 3 weeks ago. So how does the new man even take you out on a date?
You got a point.
Women, it's just women really don't think.
How does a new man bring you to? Because y'all also gotta know this too. Respectable men, they got a list of people y'all gotta pass the test with, right? Okay, she went, and that's fine. Okay, this is another eye opener. If most respectable men, not all, but most, they have a group of people you gotta pass the test with. It might be their grandmama, their mama, their auntie, or their sister. Okay, they're gonna have to approve of you. So just know, as you trying to win his heart and y'all going, these women, someone, Pookie said she should have a bow tie on with the shirt button all the way up to the top. Unfashionable swine. I don't know what that means. LII said it wasn't trauma in the bedroom. Lee Turner said, hang up, Kendra. She's wasting our time. Kareem says she's here to piss her baby daddy off. Fix your home, sis. Coffee Killer said,
It's absolute. I think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting and sad, right? Like I said, women like that, right? Breaking homes, right? I had just had a video on right now talking about women like this, women that just breaks their home. You complain about this man. She is literally complaining about this man. He's not affection. He has trauma. All this thing, right? Whatever. You have young kids with him. You live with him, and you just had sex with him. How can you trust women's words when their actions are so far apart? How can in one breath you pretty much put this man down, you criticize him, you insult him, you say all these problems with him, and yet you give him your body? It's like I honestly cannot understand women like that. I really can't. I cannot understand that if you say you don't love the person, you say you can't be with the person, you don't want to be with the person, and yet you can have sex with that person. And then you go online trying to get another person. It's like, what type of person, right? What type of a man do you think you will attract? Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, it's funny as shit. Shit like that. Alright, I was gonna do these. There's gonna be like these subsequent video, right? This one and another one, talking about like Icks. That I kind of wanted to, glance by it, talk about it a little bit, right? This guy, if you check him on TikTok, right? It's like the guy with the list, suppose it's called. He's been compiling lists of women calling all these Icks, calling all these things about men they don't like, and it's ridiculous. So let's check this one out.
Turn off. I could find a man really, really, really hot. The second he sends me an Instagram reel, you're done.
I love that.
Turn off. I could find
We're gonna scroll through that, okay?
a man really, really, really hot. The second he sends me an Instagram reel, you're done.
So he's really hot. So you're attracted to him. But he sends you a link, a reel, right? Even like, let's say a TikTok, something that he think was interesting, he wanted to share with you. You think it's a turnoff. So this is the thing where you wonder why men don't even, this is the thing. If that is a turnoff, could you be surprised men don't share emotions, intimate thoughts with women. Okay? Women, this is the thing. This is the hypocrisy in it. Where if that is a turnoff, men will see this. Men will see this. Men will hear this. Men know this in reality, right? That they know that showing women emotion is a turnoff to a lot of women. Why risk it, right? So then shit like this, right, permeates the social media, society, shit like that. This way of thinking will now make men think, yeah, I know I'm not gonna share shit with women. I know I'm not gonna share, my hobbies, my inner thoughts, my feelings with women. Because why? It will only turn them off. They only care about my looks. That's it, right? My looks or the money I spend on them, how I treat them, not sharing something more personal, more deeper, things I like and shit like that. That's the thing where women can't understand that. No wonder why men act how they act, because women are pissing in the dating pool. Women are creating the shit that that they are suffering with, right? And this is the thing. No wonder why men are one-dimensional a lot of times. Because why? Why talk about shit with women? Because again, it can lead to women just being turned off, right? Men will accept it. Men was like, F it, fine. You don't want to go anything beyond surface level, right? You don't want to share hobbies. You don't want to know my interests, all this shit. Well, okay, fine. You just have my looks, right? Whatever surface level attraction you have, boom, that's it. They're not going to even try anything else. Then that's the thing where women complain, oh, why don't men ask questions? Why don't men do this? Because why bother, right? Why bother? But let's look through this listing, right? I think it's funny. Right? I mean, we have this. He's compiling this list from all the videos he watched, right? I mean, these are some like maybe we'll check it out, but again, it's probably videos. But we'll just go and glance around stuff, right? Don't smile, be happy. Don't be truthful. Don't tie your shoes. Don't walk down a hill, right? Don't breathe. Don't watch football. Don't carry a bag. Don't miscount. You see so many shit that women pretty much say, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Right? Or they find it's unattractive. It's an ick. Right? The insanity, the absurdity, right? Don't run in water. What? It's like these are the things where women focus about. Don't use emojis. Don't laugh. Don't look at animals in the zoo. Don't wear flip-flops. I'll probably be out of that because I wear flip-flops. It's just again, this just one. I just wanted to show is this that, and I'm gonna do other videos, right? The next video will pretty much show something like that in a sense where it is funny that women have the entitlement, the audacity to say these absurd icks, right? What they find unattractive in men, what they think that men shouldn't do, what they think it's like a red flag in men. I think that's insane. Because here's the thing. When men do it, it's misogyny. Right? That's the thing. And here's the thing. Where the small things, you wonder why marriages fail a lot. Because in my opinion, controversial opinion, women will make fights on the small things. Women will find they will find an ick in certain things, because this is a mentality, right? This is a mentality that we recognize, that men are recognizing, or men are growing to recognize. And I'm gaining that knowledge where I'm seeing it, right? Women see these little things that they don't like, so you wonder why when in relationships they make issues with throughout little things, right? You're doing this wrong, you did it, whatever. I don't like this, I don't like that. Oh, you shouldn't do it, because these little icks. Women will hang on, right? Because they are absurd, they are insane, they are irrational, and they will find little quirks, little, like don't love your mom, don't be sad, don't be depressed, and essentially don't show emotions, right? All these little things. that women will hate on men, right? Well, pretty much be, well, just pretty much have red flags on, which is just so ridiculous, right? And this is why I feel like you see this list, you see all these things, and I just think that you wonder why marriages fail, and a lot of times it's women filing for it because men don't have this. Men don't have a list of things that they find icky about a woman. They don't. I mean, like, to be honest, I've never heard of it. I mean, you tell me. For me, with the women I have, I don't even think about that. Oh my god, I don't like that she does that. I don't like that she does this. I don't like that she's. I don't even think about that shit. Right? It's like in one ear and out the other. I don't focus on icks and shit like that. I don't, because it's not a big deal. But for women, I think these little things women will compile in their brain and make it a big thing. They will make these shit huge, i.e., fights. So it's just a reflection on things, right? It's just a reflection. I'll just, scroll a little bit, right? It's like all these whack ass things, right? That women have. Don't be short. Well, that's. Don't pick up the ping pong ball. Okay. Don't be nice. Don't have a bad cough. Don't eat food. These are crazy. I mean, you guys should check this list out. It's a short clip, right? It has these little really short clips, so it's not really like sustainable to have a full blown video. But I just want to show that. Talk a little bit about the ick thing. It's like a social media trend that I've constantly seen throughout being on social media, that women just start calling men's icks. So I don't know. What do you guys think? But that leads me into this video. Okay, I wanted to talk about this video because essentially, here's a woman that will criticize men on their icks.
Be so for real. I'm on a date. He comes over to watch a movie. We pick Identity Theft, the Melissa McCarthy movie. Love her, but it's not a hard plot to follow. So, it's a fourth date. We don't know each other that well, so I'm chiming in, making jokes, adding kind of my own flair to the comedy. The next day, he tells me his biggest pet peeve is when people talk during movies. And he said, yeah, I didn't want to say anything last night, but that's kind of like, I hate it. I'm sorry, were you having trouble following the plot? It's not difficult to follow. And I think I'm adding a flair of some kind. Okay, can I be?
This is the thing, right? Where it's very showing, right? You wonder why men don't say shit. You wonder why men don't express their feelings, express their thoughts, especially towards women. You wonder why. You wonder why. This is nothing new. This situation, this how she's doing it, criticizing the man for sure, for expressing his feelings, expressing his boundaries, his standards, his likes and dislikes. You criticize it. You were like, why? Why are you being like that? You shouldn't have that ick, right? That shouldn't be, a pet peeve of yours. Instead of accepting it and understanding it and possibly apologizing for it, no, you criticize it. Let's break this down.
So for real. I'm on a date. He comes over to watch a movie. We pick Identity Theft, the Melissa McCarthy movie. Love her, but it's not a hard plot to follow. So,
I mean, like, this is the thing, right? Where, I don't know about you guys, but you gotta think, watching movies, it's not always, that's why, I mean, I would say, a lot of times in the beginning, watching movies might not be the best things, because again, usually it should be quiet. in my opinion. So I don't know if that was the best choice.
It's a fourth date. We don't know each other that well, so I'm chiming in, making jokes, adding kind of my own flair.
But this is the thing, right? Two things. You don't know each other well. You're not asking him questions. You're not getting to know him. You don't know each other well, but you're not doing anything to get to know him. You're just watching a movie. So you talking during the movie, it helps him get to know you, right? Helps him get to know you. Because here's the thing, he doesn't find that funny. And that's cool. He doesn't find that the way you're doing, your sense of humor, how you went about it, funny. Right? But again, like I said, it doesn't really, well, it's showing her personality. Right? It does show his personality. But also, she gotta accept, it shows his. Right? It shows his too. The women can't see that. Okay, that's his personality. That's how he is. It's like, so this is the thing where I said the self-absorbedness, right? The selfishness, the narcissism, where you only see your side. Right? You are expressing yourself in this situation. Well, he expressed himself too. He's the type of man that don't like to talk during a movie. That is I guess a personality trait in a sense, right? Pet peeve and stuff like that. And this is the thing, her own flair to the comedy. It's like, it's a bit, you are being entitled or narcissistic to think that what you do adds a whole lot to it.
To the comedy. The next day, he tells me his biggest pet peeve is when people talk during movies.
That's a lot of people's biggest pet peeve, or that's a lot of people's pet peeve. Period. So it's very understandable. So like I said, instead of like, oh yeah, I understand that, I'm sorry, right? I didn't mean to do that. I know now. I know that, and that's perfectly acceptable, right? That is also you being emotionally intelligent, which women constantly trying to hype on, right? Trying to promote and shit. That's you being emotionally intelligent, saying, okay, I understand how you feel. I understand that's your pet peeve. I'm sorry, right? I know that now. Plain and simple.
And he said, yeah, I didn't want to say anything last night, but that's kind of like, I hate it.
But you see that, right? It also shows you that he likes her. He's respectful, right? Because in the moment, if he acted in the moment, right, when he was like, it's his pet peeve, so he might be emotional about it, but no, he's not. He's gonna hold off, calm himself, call her, and talk to her. Being emotionally intelligent. That's emotionally intelligent right there, right? Talking to her, telling it's only fourth date, so they don't know each other well. Well, he's telling her something so she can learn about him, if she wants to learn. Obviously, she doesn't.
I'm sorry, were you having trouble following the plot?
So you put him down, saying that he was having. It's like, no, it's not about that. It's about he doesn't like talking during a movie. Plain and simple. It's like you're criticizing him on a pet peeve. You're criticizing him. This is the thing, like I said, you wonder why men don't share shit. You wonder why men just accept it. Men just like deal with it on their own until it boils over. And then see, this is the thing, right? You wonder why men just accept it, hold it in until it boils over. And then women say, oh, why do you tell? Because of shit like this. We don't want to be criticized, ridiculed, looked down upon, talked down upon, right? For sharing shit with women. But when women do it, it's fine. To be honest, I don't really feel that women are truly emotionally intelligent, in my opinion. They say it a lot, they prop it up a lot, they make it known like they do. But in all honesty, I don't see it as, this is the thing, right? I don't see it as such a common occurrence or so overwhelmingly showing that women at large are emotionally intelligent. I don't.
It's not difficult to follow, and I think I'm adding a flair of some kind. Okay, can I be?
adding a flair. It's just like that's the thing, right? That is the entitlement, self-absorbed. You think you're doing something? You're not a comedian, and you're not making the movie better. You're not making the movie better, but she thinks she is. She thinks she's adding a flair to the movie. It's like that isn't. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. So accept that shit. No, don't accept it. Criticize his pet peeve. Criticize something that he has standards or boundaries about. It's a small thing, and yet you can't even do that. This is like a beginning, something so small, and yet you could criticize about. You can ridicule, and then you wonder why bigger things men don't say shit. That's the insanity, right? This is what I'm saying, right? These little things where if men have icks, women will look down upon. Women say, that's insane. Why would that be an ick? But it's fine when women say crazy ass shit as their red flags, as their icks, or whatever. No. You don't hear women criticizing that shit. That's the thing where I think it's crazy. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right. Let's check out. Okay. I did a video on this woman before, right? I just think that she's so sad. She is such a clear representation of, I think, the mental instability of a lot of women, the women that are controlled by their emotions, women that are unstable, women that are typical, right? It's like just pretty much controlled by their emotions. Therapy is useless, even though they go to therapy. So I just think this woman is a great subject matter, right? In talking about whatever subject I think about. So let's check this video out.
Let me tell you about a moment when I wish I was white. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that's how I felt at the time. I had this crush on this person at work. I knew I didn't like him. I just wanted him to like me for the validation. This is pre-therapy. So naturally, I hosted a party just so that I can invite him. 这件事情就让我觉得很自卑。
I'm ashamed telling you this.
让我觉得
Makes me feel blondes are more popular.
还是做那种金发碧眼的才吃香。先说 baby 是这个样子
Although it may not be like this.
啊，我真的是特意为了他，我都没跟你开玩笑。我那个什么 lighting, macaron, cake, entree, alcohol 说啥有啥，我就寻思把他灌醉了之后用美人计呗。
Trying to get him drunk and seduce him.
这招一般都醉醺醺的很好使。结果 so then he said he needed to go to the bathroom. I was like, I'm coming. Let me show you the way. 我得给你领路啊，来。他说我要吐，我说吐吧。然后我就在那会儿跟他聊，就说到喜欢他这件事情了嘛。
I'm telling you, he knows I like him, and I was ready to confess.
然后我以前都已经跟他暗示过很多次了，我很喜欢你。要是说他再不知道他是智障，他长得很丑，我跟你们讲。At certain point of the conversation, I said to him, 你喜不喜欢我呀？
You like me or not? Why can't you just tell me straight up?
你不喜欢就直说呀。然后他不就直说了吗 ？You know what he said? You look pretty, but you're just not white. Verbatim. I feel pretty good being Asian right now.
哎，你们知道吗？这男的最近结婚了，今年，然后
The mental instability of a lot of women is insane.
他媳妇儿贼磕碜。
Okay, let's kind of break this down.
Let me tell you about a moment when I wish I was white.
Let's not. I mean, the whole wishing the white thing is ridiculous. I don't even know if she was talking to an Asian guy or a white guy. So it's ridiculous. But let's.
I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that's how I felt at the time. I had this crush on this person at work. I knew I didn't like him. I just wanted him to like me for the valid.
That's why I said this woman is a great subject matter. I had a crush on a man. I knew I didn't like him. I just want his validation. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. You constantly hear these terrible people, right? Terrible people say, "Oh, who cheated in marriages, or cheated in relationships, whatever," saying, "I didn't love him. I love you. I want to work on this." Yet you had sex with someone else. That is, in my opinion, mental instability. Mental instability, where you can like someone, have a crush on someone, know you don't like that person, and just want his validation. This is the thing where, at least with men, we know that they're controlled by their sexual urges. But I think it's insane. Because here's the thing, right? Let's scenario it, right? Put it in a scenario. A lot of men, a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages. Well, we know that you don't get a lot of sex in relationships, in marriages. You don't, right? It happens a lot. So, can you be surprised? And I'm not condoning it. That's not my thing. A man would cheat or, step out on his wife, his girlfriend, right? But now here's the thing. In my opinion, do women don't get validations in relationship? I think they do. In my opinion, I think women do get validations. The issue is that they want more validation. They already get plenty, or they already get a lot in relationships. They just want more, and they just want it from other men, right? Why do you think women are so big or so adamant on social media? Because it is free, easy validation, right? Easy validation. And essentially, they're not really getting a whole lot of validation from women. Some do, right? A lot do, right? But I think they get a lot of validation from men, right? A great chunk of validation from men. And I think that's a scary thing. That's the scary thing, where women can think this way, right? Where I don't like this man, but I just want his validation. So how would you think you get this man's validation? Essentially, hooking up with him, giving him your body, kissing him, whatever, right? Doing whatever you can to get the validation from him, even if you don't like him. I think that's scary. That mentality, I think that's scary. And honestly, I think a lot of women are like that. I think a lot of women they get the dopamine effect, right? The dopamine high from validation. I think so. So that is a scary thing. And I think a lot of women are like that.
This is pre-therapy. So naturally, I hosted a party.
Pre-therapy. To be honest, it's like, I've said this before, where I'm not the biggest fan of therapy, because I think in general, it's useless. It doesn't work, in my opinion, especially with how people do it. Now, I'm not saying that if you're lucky, you found a good therapist that actually changes shit, awesome. I just think in general, I don't think therapy works, because here's the thing. I've seen this women's other videos, right? And I've done it, right? I've done another video on her, at least one other video. It's after therapy, post therapy. She's still very unstable, right? She's still very unstable, very mentally unstable, and just like she has some problems, right? Emotional unstable problems. So really, this is the thing where you see it so much, where people in therapy still very unstable. So really, is it helping?
Just so that I can invite him 这件事情就让我觉得很自卑，让我觉得还是做那种金发碧眼的才吃香。先说 baby 是这个样子啊，我真的是特意为
I literally hosted to elaborate an elaborate party.
了他，我都没跟你开玩笑。
So like again, this is a man she said she don't like, right? She did all this. She said she hosted an elaborate party for him, a man she doesn't like. So this is the thing where, so could you be surprised, right? If a woman that's in a relationship, married, whatever, if she wants validation from another man, could you be surprised that she would cheat? I think, in my opinion, well, I don't know if I would, because I was going to say it's cheating is easier for women. I don't know if I would say it's easier, but I think cheating is more unpredictable for women, right? Why I say this, right, is that, let's imagine this. Men, usually, I'm not saying all cases, of course, men will still, there are some men that are just disgusting and horn dogs or whatever. But usually, if men are happy in their relationship, right, happy in their relationship, get sex, get love, get whatever, treated well, respect, whatever, I honestly believe, in my personal opinion, it is rare. It is rare for a man, unless he's just a scumbag, to cheat. In my opinion. Now, I don't know if I can see if there's proof against it. Cool. I mean, I would gladly change my mind, but I think that's not the case. But for women, in my opinion, again, that even if they get validation, love from their husband, I honestly believe a lot of women still want validation from other men, right? Still want attention from other men. Still want to feel wanted by other men. And I honestly believe, even if she's happy in her marriage, even if that her husband is loving, takes care of her, a good man, she may still step out because she seeks validation from other men. Even if she don't like the other men, she just wants the validation. She just wants to feel beautiful by other men, be wanted by other men, right? And I think that's a more dangerous thing, right? Because again, like I said, you can understand, man. You can know that if he's happy in his relationship, the likelihood of him cheating, I don't think is high. I don't think it's high. For women, I can't say the same thing, right? I don't think that's the same thing. Because I honestly believe women, because here's the thing with women, the difference with men, they get constant validation, constant loving, constant desired, right? Throughout their life, a lot of women get constantly desired, or, attention. They get the attention from men. So maybe at certain points, if they don't get that attention from men, right, by large groups of men, I don't know, they turn up, they go crazy.
我那个什么 lighting, macaron, cake, entree, alcohol 说啥有啥，我就寻思把他灌醉了之后用美人计呗，这招一般都醉醺醺的很好使。结果 so then he said he needed to go to the bathroom. I was like, I'm coming. Let me show you the way. 我得给你领路来。他说我要吐，我说。
It's like she's going overboard. She wants to get him drunk and seduce him. That's the thing, right? Where we don't recognize the extent that women would go. We don't.
吐吧。然后我就在那会跟他聊，就说到喜欢他这件事情了嘛。然后我以前都已经跟他暗示过很多次了，我很喜欢你。要是说他再不知道他是智障，他长得
She's talking about a lot of Chinese or whatever. But I just wanted to show you that this is the thing where the mental instability, I think a lot of women, I honestly believe with women, that's the thing where a lot of women are controlled by their emotions. They're not as emotionally intelligent as we are led to believe, or emotionally in control as we're led to believe. Because in my opinion, women don't need to be. Society don't hold women to that degree to be emotionally in control. I don't think so. For men, here's the thing, right? Where men have the consequences or the repercussion or the fear of violence, right? If he's emotional, right? If a man is emotional, he has the stigma of potentially being violent. So society has always held men to be emotionally in control, right? Emotionally stable. On the flip side, we don't hold women to the same degree. We don't. So this is the thing where a lot of men have to understand. A lot of things women do shows you their emotional instability, right? How you see the Kendra G shows I did, right? How they could do certain things that they do shows you their lack of emotional intelligence and their lack of instability, right? Emotional instability, mental stability. So again, I'll show you this because I think it's interesting in the sense that she's a great case study because again, she is honest, right? Because they're looking for clout, they're looking for validation, and also online. So it's a great way they're showing you how women truly are. It's just not shown enough throughout the world or throughout society. Even though individually men see it a lot, but we don't see it as a collective. So I wanted to show this because I think it's a great case study. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay. You know, tonight's live. I mean, I'm sorry. Tonight doesn't look like it's all that popping. I know that. Thank you guys for checking out the live. I know, but I know there's not a lot of people. People are doing things, so I don't want to hold you guys up too long. This will probably be the last clip, so let's check this out. Right? Let's react to this short clip.
Put a finger down if you went on a date tonight and he picked you up and couldn't wait to see you, and when you're driving you're just making small talk, and then you get to the place and you go upstairs to this rooftop bar that he surprised you with, and he says, hey, why don't you go grab that table for us and I'll get our drinks. And so you do, and you're waiting for like 10 minutes, and then he comes outside and you go, hey, where's your drink? And he goes, oh, I'm actually leaving. I'm just not feeling it. But enjoy your drink and the view.
Yo, Black Redneck. Thank you for stopping by. This is the thing. This clip, it's very showing that a lot of women don't understand their contribution to a relationship, contribution to the date, right? Here, so let's break it down a little bit more.
Put a finger down if you went on a date tonight and he picked you up and couldn't wait to see you, and when you're driving you're just making small talk, and then you get to the place and
this is the thing where women don't have good self-reflection. He can't wait to see you, right? I to use actual critical thinking. He couldn't wait to see you. He had this thing. He had this night. He had a great night planned. Okay, picked you up, had small talk with you, right? So how about think about how will be more detailed? What do you guys talk about? Because that will be critical thing. Is like, oh, you know what? Maybe you said something. Maybe you how you acted. Maybe whatever you did during that time. Turn this man off. No, we don't. This is the thing where you don't do any critical thinking. Where you know what? Maybe you contribute to the failure of the night.
You go upstairs to this rooftop bar that he surprised you with, and he says, hey, why don't you go grab that table for us and I'll get a drink. I'll get our drinks. And so you do, and you're waiting for like 10 minutes, and then he comes outside and you go, hey, where's your drink? And he goes, oh, I'm actually leaving. I'm just not.
See, this woman is a good-looking woman. So you got to think, right? The type of man that you got to think, the type of man, this type of situation where, like, you know what? This whole time, right? He went to get the drinks. He had to think, no, I don't want to do this. This is not worth it. I think this happens a lot to good-looking women, where you don't understand how you are hard, how you just turn people off, right? Because women think that they can survive purely on looks, zero personality, zero accountability, zero anything, because they survive just on looks. Because he must, I'm assuming through the short ass story she said, that most likely how she acted, the words she said during the trip, during the ride over, pretty much just turned him off. Right? Pretty much just turned him off. I just wanted to do this, right? React to this clip, short ass clip, is because this is the thing where this is the self-absorbed I'm talking about, right? Another example of it. Why women are so self-absorbed, so pretty much selfish, especially during the dating process. At the beginning, women only think about themselves. Women don't view how am I going to treat the man? How am I going to put effort into getting to know the man, or trying to put effort into, I don't know, get a relationship or put up to next step or next stage? No. They just sit there, look pretty, and that's it. Right? It's the men putting up all the effort. And then I think today's day and age, men see this, right? Men go on dates with a lot of these women where, you know what? I'm thinking about, I can't wait to see you. I'm going to pick you up, take you to a really nice place. But you know what? What am I getting? It's not worth it. You are insufferable. You conversation with you is just so one-dimensional or so boring or whatever. Or you talk about yourself, or you don't care about asking me anything. You don't want, it's like, whatever, okay? And men to see that I'm putting all this effort and all you are is just, a piece of ass, essentially, right? All you are is a pretty face and a nice body. And for certain men, right, it's not enough. It's not enough. They don't think that it's worth the squeeze. The juice is not worth the squeeze. Because like I said, this woman she's decent looking. She's really good looking, right? I think she's good looking. So for a man that sees that it's not worth it, that says a lot. Honestly, in my opinion. One, he's not bothered, which I hope more and more men get to the point where in my opinion, we don't need to use women, right? Lie to them, have sex with them, then pump and dump, shit like that. We don't need to. We should be standing on have our morality, our principles, our boundaries, If you're not seeing that she's worth it, don't waste nobody's time. In my opinion, that's whether others take it or not, that's up to them. But in my opinion, I've done this. I mean, I'm not done it with like great looking ass women, but I've done it with women before where, you know what, I'm not feeling it, so I don't want to waste neither of our times. And I think that's more respectful. And that's more credit to that man where, you know what, he sees this woman, although she is really good looking, she is not worth it, right? She turned him off however she did. The thing is that, like I said, self-absorbedness, right? Where she doesn't see it. Her story is so surface level, and she doesn't mention anything that she could have done wrong. And this is the thing where you see it a lot where I've been seeing it recently a lot where people ask, okay, what did you do? I mean, they're asking women, like podcasting and stuff, right? Asking women, what did he do wrong and what did you do wrong? Women rarely ever say what they did wrong. They can easily say what the men do wrong, right? What the men did wrong. Women constantly can notice faults in men, right? Anything, any faults, any negativity, any red flags in men Rarely do they notice it in themselves. Because honestly, a lot of women are selfish. Women, in my opinion, more often than not, more often than men, are true narcissists, right? Because they don't see, they have terrible self-reflection skills, like I've been saying. They don't see their problems. They don't see, oh, maybe it's me, okay? Maybe I'm the one who ruined the relationship, or the ones who, the common denominator in all my bad relationships. Maybe it's me. Because why women don't do that is because, like I said, how women, I honestly believe a lot of women are self-absorbed, are narcissists, are natural victims, right? They see it's them, right? The man treated me wrong. I didn't do nothing. He treated me wrong. So I just want to show. It's a short clip. I just want to what she said. It's like, yeah, you could recognize all the whole story, the whole situation. You don't recognize. You really didn't put any critical thoughts into it. Hey, maybe you did something, right? Maybe you did something wrong to turn this man off, who wanted to see you, who had such a a romantic night planned out for you, and he didn't want to continue it. You should have more self-reflection and say, oh, what did I do wrong?
Feeling it, but enjoy your drink and the view.
And she's good looking, so I just say that's gotta says a lot. That's gotta say a lot. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, so I mean, I thought it was a decent night of clips, but probably slow night. It's cool, right? Maybe doing too many lives is too much. I don't know. But hope you guys like it. Hope the ones who stopped by, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the love. It means the world to me, right? I just want to create content that people want to watch, right? I like creating the content. I just want to create it that people actually like it as well. So I hope you guys like it. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys have a good rest of the week.